All right, we are back with our next contest here at Christmas Chaos 2010. International talent joining us at AWN for the Christmas holiday. Sigmon taking on Vordell Walker. Sigmon debuting here at AWN, joining us from Germany for the Christmas holidays. Again, Vordell Walker. Ricky, welcome back to the booth. Vordell Walker, again, as we saw during the introductions, no stranger to the fans here at AWN. Little meeting and greeting with the fans, kind of sharing the Christmas love.
Yeah, originally this match was scheduled to be Vordell Walker against AJ Steele, but unfortunately AJ Steele had car problems. He wasn't able to make it here tonight, and Sigmon grateful enough to be able to stand in the way for AJ Steele.
And Sigmon, sign of good faith and goodwill, extending the hand to Vordell Walker, and I gotta be honest with you, as optimistic as I want to be, that hand extended in pro wrestling a lot of times does not turn out to be a very favorable situation. I think he's trying to get some response back from the crowd as to whether or not he should share the Christmas love and extend the hand. We might get the hand extended in a different fashion maybe, but we will see.
They should have known better.
Just a hand with the boot to the midsection of Vordell Walker.
And this being the first time we've seen Sigmon here at the AWN WrestlePlex, didn't really know what to expect from him, but yeah, it was kind of to be expected anyway.
And I have been to Germany and have seen some of the talent over there, and I'll tell you, it's not as high-flying as we would see here in the States, but I can't think of another guy that would match up well with Vordell Walker. Vordell, scientific wrestler, again, I mean, very aggressive, very multi-dimensional in his wrestling abilities, and we've seen him over the likes of Stalker, AJ Steele, Michael Hirsch, and again, it's amazing when you got a wrestler that's chameleonized. I like to use that term just basically to be able to flux with whoever you're facing in the ring. Vordell Walker coming behind the back, and Sigmon working to break that grip on Vordell Walker with a reversal.
Sigmon in great shape here, and I gotta tell you, chameleon eyes, that's a great word. I give you props on that one.
Thank you. You had your word earlier. I've got mine now. That's great.
All right.
Vordell taking down Sigmon, and Sigmon with that leg scissor headlock, not able to keep that on. Vordell hanging on to that arm bar.
Yeah, that move might have been effective had his shoulders not been on the mat. I've never actually seen a man be in a predicament like that and be able to reach up and give a head scissor and hold it in like that.
Legs on the rope, breaking the hold.
Sigmon back to his feet. He's in great shape, as is Vordell Walker. Hear the crowd getting behind Vordell Walker, and Sigmon not taking that.
Surprise.
I don't think Sigmon likes that too much.
Well, you know what? It's amazing. We've kind of developed this, what we like to call a heel section here in AWN, and so we kind of get the mix of cheers and boos, but I think the cheers definitely outweigh Vordell Walker. Again, definitely a fan favorite here at the WrestlePlex.
Hey, he's a fan favorite everywhere he goes. I've been at many shows with Vordell Walker participating, and I got to say, the feeling is mutual among every crowd that he performs in front of.
It is. And Sigmon, I think, is a bit frustrated because of the response that he's getting. I don't know, where he's at in Germany, but coming into Fort Valley for the first time, I think he's realizing our fan base here at AWN, they're going to call it as they see it.
You're not going to get your respect right out the door.
As I mentioned, calling it as they see it. Definitely cheering on Vordell in this contest.
Vordell's going to be going for a hand lock. I had to give Vordell the upper hand in this one here. He is the bigger man.
And we see a legitimate test of strength here. And again, this is move for move, hold for hold wrestling. This is the reason I love this business, is to see wrestling like this. Coming from an amateur wrestling background, love to be able to see guys that are skilled in the ring, that can actually wrestle and go beyond using a gimmick or whatever you want to call it, and all the flamboyancy and everything. This is wrestling, and so to see these guys go back and forth in a scientific fashion and be able to put on a wrestling show for our fans says a lot about both of this talent.
Yeah, and that was a nice move by Vordell there. He was being wrenched in his arm by Sigmon, and now he's got the advantage, taking Sigmon over with the headlock takedown. You see him wrenching on the neck there. Sigmon kicking his legs up. You know he feels that pain.
This is another dimension, as I talked about earlier. We have our high flyers, we have our ground and pound guys, we have our slobber knocker fighters, so to speak. But this is the move for move. This is that other dimension that I talked about here among our talent here at AWN, and the fans again giving their feedback. And Vordell definitely feeds on that.
Man, that was great impact. Great impact on that shoulder block. Sending Sigmon back flipping out of the ring.
Timeout. Do they do that in Germany?
I'm not sure. I know we don't do it here in the States.
That's what I'm saying. He's calling for that timeout.
Well, referee Wendell Brown's telling him there is no timeout. If you're not in here within 10 count, you're losing this match.
Yeah, and again, Wendell's one of those guys. He's not afraid to call the 10 count if need be. And Sigmon making his way back into the ring as we continue on with this match. And both of these guys kind of eyeing each other up and down, kind of calculating their next move. And again, as you said, Vordell was not anticipating this match, so really kind of having to rework mentally how he's going into this match.
I gotta say, he might be at an advantage though, because Sigmon looks like a smaller version of AJ Steele. Although, I gotta say, AJ might have the experience advantage over Sigmon. Vordell might see this as an advantage towards him.
True, I think Vordell Walker, as we've seen in contests in the past, I think Vordell maybe kind of had the idea of coming into a street fight for this match. And again, this has really kind of gone a very different direction. And you having been in the squared circle, you kind of know the mental preparation going into the match. And when that gets thrown, it really affects your performance in the ring.
Yeah, when you come into a match expecting one thing and you get somebody completely different, it does throw all of your training pretty much out the window, and you got to start from scratch during the action. It's not a very easy thing to do.
And we're seeing Vordell in a position that we're not used to seeing him right now, kind of staggered and not so much on the upper hand as we're used to seeing him. Sigmon, again, very calculated in his attacks on Vordell Walker.
Sigmon catching that knee.
Setting up for that Irish whip into the corner, and threw every ounce of strength that he had into that, and definitely took its toll on Vordell Walker.
Oh, the
that
first chop
can be heard all through this building.
Those are the first chops of the evening. The fans were calling for it earlier, and they finally got it now.
And boy, you can hear them. They resonate.
Yeah, and I've been on the receiving end for those chops from some of the best choppers in this business, and I got to tell you, that's something that you do not want to feel.
and I can guarantee you we've got our share of them coming up tonight. Sigmon taking Vordell off the ropes and down.
Nice elbow right to the face of Vordell Walker.
And Sigmon going for that 3 count. 1, 2, and Vordell kicking out at 2. I can tell you we've not heard the last of those chest shots. We've got the Tinseltown Tag Team Turmoil coming up, Sin City Mafia going to be part of that. We know that those guys know how to dish it out. And then, of course, in our main event tonight, that triple threat steel cage match for the AWN Heavyweight Championship, the main attraction, Michael Hirsch, the Messiah, the Spinebuster, David Young, and, of course, our current AWN Heavyweight Champion, the real deal, Jake Slater. We heard opening comments from Michael Hirsch. That is not going to be pretty. Probably going to get a whole lot worse than just your simple chest shot, but I'm sure that those will come into play as well.
I got to tell you, that match I'm very much looking forward to, but right now you can hear the crowd getting behind Vordell. Looks like he was almost out of it there, but he's got the adrenaline pumping. He's trying to make it to his feet. Sigmon might not be able to hold on for too much longer.
Vordell's a fighter, and as we can see the look on his face, again, the talent in the ring very much respond to the audience, and the audience very much a major part of the performance of these guys in the ring.
Oh, jawbreaker to Sigmon. Nice defensive move by Vordell
Sigmon
there.
Staggered off of that shot.
Didn't take him all the
Vordell
way
feeling
down.
that on the top of his head there, as you can tell.
Oh, nice enziguri to the back of the head of Sigmon.
And taking Sigmon down, Vordell going for that pin. 1, 2, and a 2 count from Wendell Brown, our referee for this contest. Vordell going off the ropes, and very nice drop kick.
Great hide by Sigmon.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, the AWN fans definitely welcoming of new talent, especially international. Sigmon going up.
Oh.
Nobody home.
He tried for that headbutt, but all he was able to hit was the mat. Man,
But you know what? Even though he's staggered, you see he's back up on his feet, and may very well be on his way back down. Vordell with the roll of 1, 2, and
that's it. 3 out of nowhere. Vordell Walker.
Pins like that very often.